Manny, the missing chassis. Room train. Arthur's tricky travels. Room train was kids busy around the lane. The train's our house. So, after that camera, Arthur was happy to learn about Calm Her His Another Game. Arthur was here at the Still on the Knot on and off, and he was great fully equipped to useless engines. Nelson has arrived the engines in Attaboy or Arthur. Arthur, said Nelson, I have this said how much? Wait on Phil this yours after this tonight, said Arthur, I have this under less. Which make? Nelson said, I have this zoom in, I mean exactly like joint of the mission. We don't Nelson I have to older, said Arthur. Nelson and Arthur all the way to going up to the hallway room into the landing. Phil was just another thing I thought he was Arthur the train. Hey Phil, said Arthur, I mean respect one of us. I am two coaches, said Phil. I am set. Those are in set, said Annie. I am real once, said Clarabelle. Annie and Clarabelle was pleased with Phil and Arthur. The train departs with catch up. I so ever since after this unless kinda happened Arthur, said Phil. Event has yours, said Arthur. Phil, tank this year. Those are this my motion super newest views. Phil and Arthur was hoping trick to the trip with his train. Phil racing into the Attaboy door. Arthur has begun with the line. Phil and Arthur racing into the faster they could. At last, Arthur and Phil was stop at the new room. Travels for me, said Phil. I wonder this one is danger windows. Ceilings, said Arthur. Racing team is not named? After that window, Phil and Arthur was walked away to run the window and door. Careless touch with glass big, said Phil. Phil was tangled off the front is dead end on the window. Arthur was wondering if Phil was stuck above the window in the price. Phil, said Arthur, what this wrong thing with bad? Arthur wasn't too busy. Arthur pushes Phil fell off the ground. No more catch, it's tricky, said Arthur. Phil was just off with the grass, but he was tricky travels. Pinch to zoom in, Phil wasn't blur. Arthur's felling tired, but he was also trained. Belong the coaches another name bold ultimate launch. Arthur's hand model moving up and down didn't work to reverse back up to his coaches. There is broken arrow, said Arthur. Bring out some dark, unlike other invisible. Arthur was going into a like this morning, but he was depression departing leave this afternoon. Arthur was only speaking just trying about the really older. Arthur was going back and fixing Phil. I was really trick, said Arthur. Don't not fall over the grass, said Phil. Nelson was turn around, and he was turn right to others. Phil and Arthur have fun some travelers, said Nelson.